Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be talking about Walking Dead Season 3 slash, well, yeah, Season 3 discussion topic. Going to be talking about in this one whether or not the governor actually cared about Andrea. Man, do I ever love making Walking Dead videos. Everyone's so nice. Everyone's so polite. Nobody's really arguing for the most part. I mean, people argue a little bit, but no one's disrespecting each other's mothers or each other's intelligence or anything of the sort. You just talk about The Walking Dead, have a good conversation, and everything is good for the most part, even though there may be small disagreements. Nothing like that. Anyways, so for this topic, do I think, this is viewer requested by the way, do I think that the governor actually cared about Andrea, gave a shit about Andrea? Well, I mean, this is a tough one to say, because obviously if you look at his behavior at the end there with Milton and how he had Milton kill her, you kill her, you die. I mean, obviously it didn't seem like it, but I mean, at the same time, you got to think like I think he did care about her, right? And then she obviously even though he probably knew what he was doing is wrong to some degree, that's what they've been doing all along to create Woodbury. The governor's been attacking other groups, taking what they have, bringing it back. That's how they have what they have. That's how they've built Woodbury. It's not just about uh, salvaging what they can find and looting stores and doing things like that. They do that too, but we get the indication that before we meet them in Season 3, Merle and the governor and the rest of them, what they actually do is they actually hunt people down as well. Other survivors in the world, they take what's theirs and bring it back. So obviously Andrea, kind of starting to find out what that's all about with Rick's group, and that he won't leave Rick's group alone. She's obviously going to have conflicts. And then, of course, eventually when he refuses to stop, because for him, that's a way of living. That's like what he's used to doing. She would want to, just get away from him because she cares about those other people. If it wasn't for Rick and the others, Dale telling her not to commit suicide, all those other people in that group, she would have probably been dead a long time ago. Shane, Rick, the rest of that group right there helped keep her alive, versus if her and Amy were on her own, they would have been dead almost right away. I mean, even Shane showed her how to shoot. They just kept her safe for the most part. Michonne saved her, too, at the end of Season 2 there in the woods. So she owes the debt to them. Her life is basically, she owes them her life, right? So it makes sense that she would turn on the governor when he refuses to give up this fight against them and refuses to leave them alone. But from his perspective, I mean, for him, that's like normalcy for him. Taking from others and doing that is just normal for him and his group. That's what they've been doing all along. So it would feel weird to them to allow someone to probably just stay there and not try to take what they have or try to kill them or do these types of things. So that being said, obviously huge conflict would arise out of that, which it did. And but I mean, prior to that, I would say that he actually probably did. Now, how much? Probably not as much as his wife or his daughter that he had before the zombie apocalypse. I mean, Penny, to him, even keeping her alive as a zombie shows how much he does care about her. Having Milton, perform tests to try and see if there's any way to reverse the process or any way to, communicate with, if there's any brain activity going on there, and there's any person inside of there that there used to be, with the walkers, shows how much he cared about her. So losing Penny, obviously, kind of, for him would be sort of the last straw, where he, after that, would totally lose his humanity entirely. And even though I think he did care about Andrea to a certain degree, I think that, when she turned his back on him and she chose Rick's group over his group, that to him was like the final straw. And even though he had lost, Penny and his wife and everything like that, yeah, to some degree he would have cared about Andrea, but I don't think it would be anywhere close to what he cared about Penny and, all those things from his previous life. Andrea was probably just something that he had there as a space filler, because he no longer had his wife and his daughter still there. So I think at a time he did care about her, but obviously her wanting to go back to Rick's group, which is natural for her to want to do as well. He did hunt her down by himself. It's not like he sent off Martinez or something like that to go kill her. He went and did it, handled it himself. So obviously he did care to some degree. And I'm sure he cared about a lot of the people in Woodbury that he gunned down as well too. But he's just, I think as a character, the governor has had enough of the world, and he's just, basically he's lost everything he cared about, and he has no tolerance anymore for anybody to disobey him or to go against what he wants to do. He's used to being in charge. He's used to being the one to tell the people, what to do in Woodbury and everything. And when they go against what he wants to do, they mutiny, so to speak, or refuse to fight, then he just loses it. So that's kind of my answer. This was a viewer requested topic. I forget who requested it, but he wanted to know if I think the governor actually did care. But Andrew, I think he did to a degree, but I don't think it was to the same level that he cared about Penny and his wife and family. She was probably getting close to that level, but I don't think she was anywhere close to that. So it would make sense for him to want to kill her afterwards. I mean, he did kill off tons of people from Woodbury as well. So it wasn't like it was just her. It was a lot of people. And Milton, too, because I'm sure at the time he cared about Milton, too, but I think he just kind of lost and has had enough. So that's my answer. Let me know what you guys think. If you think he ever gave a shit. I think he did. I think he did to some degree, but not all the way. Halfway. Never go all the way. Never go full retard. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.